All right, there we go. Now we got some audio. Can you hear me now? What's up, Giuliano? Giuliano. Any sound now? Sorry, my computer just updated to Windows 11. All right, cool, perfect. Give me a couple seconds here. I'm gonna see if I can get the video online. This is the way I like to work it. Oh, oh, oh! I see half a face. What's part is being streamed? Oh me, oh my. That's all right, Cat. I'm trying to work out all the kinks. Go to bed, Cat. Don't you gotta stay up? We're working this out here. Look how big my face is. I love it. Oh, okay. So it looks like it upgraded everything. Oh, so that's why. Okay, everything's wackadoodle now. All right, looking good though. Looking good. I started my first live at 8:30 this morning, Cat. Let me see what's going on here. I got to get a monitor up. It's good to see you folks in here real quick. Let me see. Why is that all wackadoodle? Why is that all wackadoodle? I got to get kidding. Oh, okay. I see what's going on. All right. So it looks like it's not streaming. It's not. It's streaming full screen, not vertical. All right. Good. All right. We're good. So we're gonna do it this way. We're gonna add in. We're gonna add in. Gonna have to leave it. That's a hey Chevy. That's all right, brother. I'm just trying to get the stream working because of the upgrade. So for tomorrow's stream, everything will be put together. And I figured if anyone has any questions, wants to talk while I do this, I would just do it all live. But absolutely, Chevy. I'm glad you joined in, my friend. Absolutely. Thank you, brother. All right, there we go. All right. So that can go off. This can go. All right. Oh, you dirty dog. Okay, can you hear me now? How about now? Okay, can you hear me now? Okay. All right, thank you. So we got that. That's all. Then we'll go to screen. How about now? You hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? All right, cool. So now we should be able to have full screen with all the audio, and we should be able to do a screen share with all the audio. Bam. All right. So let's see. Now we're rolling. Let's make this happen. Let's make this happen. That's freaking cool. All right. One thing I was gonna do. Then when I get mad, I can be like, "Listen to me. I know what to do." Then I can search up. Then I can search up. Oh, whatever. How did I get? How did I get stupid? Uh-oh, broke something else again. I think I became dumb. Why do I feel like I'm getting dumber? That's so crazy. Let's see what the images look like. Don't mess with older people. This is so freaking cool. All right, sorry about that. Sorry about everything. All right, where was I at? Dun, 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 dun. This thing's open up. All right, back in action. Stream latency. Boom, 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 boom. All right, so let's play a freaking game. You know what we should do? Food. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Oh, that's a chocolate cake. Oh.
If it's not the freshest meals, the friendliest service, the finest deals, and the best of fresh, then it's not the Fresh Market. For one-of-a-kinds and everyday finds, there's only one, the Fresh Market. Voted #1 best bakery, deli.
Hey, I'm John Cannell, and today
Okay, if there's one AI site builder you need to meet, it's this dope tech from Wix. Now, this whole flow is a conversation.
And today on Preppy Kitchen, we're making a decadent, delicious chocolate cake. So let's get started. First off, set your oven to 350 so it's nice and hot. Grab 2 9-inch baking pans, spray with baking spray or some butter. The parchment paper is your guarantee that the cakes will come out neatly with no cracks, no tears. Now into a large bowl, I'm adding 2 cups or 240 grams of all-purpose flour. It's very important that you don't add too much flour, so either use a scale or Fluff the flour up and sprinkle it into your measuring cup, then level it off. If you just scoop the flour up with a measuring cup and level it off, you're gonna add 40, 50, 60, 70% more flour, and your cake's not gonna be nice and soft and moist. It'll be like dry and bready. 2 cups of granulated sugar, that's 400 grams. Perfect. The sugar is gonna make everything sweet, of course, but it also makes your cake soft. If you reduce the sugar in a cake, yes, it'll be less sweet, but it's gonna get harder and breadier. It's gonna lose that wonderful soft consistency we love. My chocolate cake needs chocolate, so half a cup or 50 grams of cocoa powder. Today I'm using a natural cocoa powder, but you can use a Dutch processed as well.
I tell you what.
To fluff things up, you need a leavener, so 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder and 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda. Baking soda needs an acid to react to, otherwise it doesn't work as well. So the acid we have here is the cocoa powder. Natural cocoa powder is slightly acidic. It'll react with the baking powder, soda, and give us a puffier cake. And finally, for some balance, I want half a teaspoon of kosher salt. And if I'm ever making a dessert, it needs to have some salt for balance. You cannot taste things unless the salt is there. It doesn't have a flat, sweet note. If you're wondering why we sifted, this is why. All rocks of cocoa powder inside. Sometimes any ingredient can clump up, even baking powder, but the cocoa is the main culprit and nobody wants to bite into like a little nugget of pure cocoa powder. No. Press those through. My scale is done. Grab a whisk. And we're gonna mix this up. So just give that a really good mix. The sifting started the mixing, but now you wanna get everything nicely distributed. If you've ever had a cake that had these weird little divots or like a crater, guess what didn't get distributed? The baking powder or soda. So that's why part of it just didn't rise up. We want every bite to be perfectly puffy and a nice combination of cake and buttercream. Nice and mixed up. Onto the wet ingredients, so grab another large bowl and you have a choice here. You can either use 1 cup of boiling water, which I'm gonna do today because I have little children who are gonna have this cake, or you can use 1 cup of hot coffee. It could be an espresso mixture or whatever you'd like. The coffee will really let you taste the chocolate more. It'll amplify the chocolate flavor, but I'm not gonna do that today because Lachlan and George have enough energy as it is. I set some water to boil in a kettle. We'll use that in just a moment. But now in a medium bowl, I'm adding half a cup of veggie oil. If you're wondering why we're using vegetable oil, it's because it'll keep our cake pillowy, soft, even if it's coming straight out of the fridge. If you're using butter, it'll be very hard until it's completely room temperature. Also, the taste of butter will be lost in a chocolate cake. To the oil, I'm adding 1 cup or 240 mils of whole milk and 1 table. All right, and 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract. I'm using the last of this batch. Whisk that up until it's nice and smooth, but don't forget, as I almost did, to add 2 large eggs. Room temperature, please. 1 and 2. I'm such a sucker for this light blue eggshell color. Oh my gosh, so pretty. Okay, now give that a whisk. The eggs should have gone in first, but it's totally fine. It does not matter at all, as long as it's nicely whisked. Grab that dry mixture back. And we have 2 things to do. First off, we're gonna add our wet mixture in, but do not forget we have that boiling water at hand too. Whisk that up until it is almost combined. It's okay to see a couple streaks of flour hither and thither. I'm reading The Wind in the Willows with my kids. Like every night we read a few pages of it. And I love that book as a child. It was like one of my core memories. But I forgot how in 19th century the language is. They literally do say hither and thither and so many other words. It's like an exercise in SAT words. This looks delicious, but we're gonna add 1 cup of boiling water, and that water is going to add more moisture and also activate the cocoa powder and let it just get more intensely chocolatey. Measure that out. I can't eyeball that. All right, I'm gonna pour this in as I whisk. And here, the batter will be runny. Don't worry about that. All that means is it's gonna be a magical, delicious batter. This is similar to a devil's food cake. It's giving some devil's food vibes.
Devil's
See?
eyes. Give it
Super
devil
runny,
eyes.
but that's okay.
So when you eat the whole thing.
So everything is ready. It's time to divide this evenly in your pans.
Oh.
I'm pulling my scale back because it's my best friend. And it'll tell me exactly how much batter is gonna be divided. If you wanna eyeball it, just use a toothpick and you can kind of use it like a little depth meter. It'll tell you exactly how much there is height-wise. All right, into the pan.
Oh, come on.
I'm making this cake about an inch thick, so or you add the batter in. My cakes are ready to go into the oven. In you go.
35 minutes later, I'm in freaking.
Harrisburg is a great
Seattle.
small town, full of life. We've all grown up together, and then also new folks come in all the time. We're always adapting to help the whole community be successful.
My cake layers are cooling, so now we're gonna make an amazing, delicious chocolate buttercream. Starting with 3 sticks or 1.5 cups or 338 grams of unsalted butter at room temperature. This should be nice and soft, so I can use my finger and press in. It goes really easily, and it's gonna cream up very quickly. Cream this on medium for about 30 seconds, just until it's
All right,
silky
we gotta get to
smooth.
the finale
And
here.
today I'm or 6 cocoa powder. I'm actually gonna use a Dutch processed one, just so it's extra dark and chocolatey looking. If you use natural cocoa powder, it's gonna taste great, but it'll be a light chocolate color, which bothers me for some reason. So, difference in color, it'll be a nice, dark, rich, fudgy buttercream. Cup or about 20 right in without creating a. This looks like chocolate deliciousness to me. That's horrible. We never want that. Whenever you make a frosting, I hope you play with the recipe a little bit. The recipe is like a standard for add for the button hot chocolate. One thing that's non-negotiable for this is the salt. I'm adding in a generous 1/4 teaspoon. I like it a little bit extra salty. It's gonna make the biggest difference. It'll really let the chocolate pop. You could also add in a 1/4 teaspoon of espresso powder if you're going the coffee route to amp up the chocolate flavor. Okay, the time has come for us to add the powdered sugar in. I would add a cup or 2 at a time. And mix on low. You don't want to have a giant mess. There we go. As the powdered sugar mixes in, you can alternate with like a tablespoon or so of milk or cream. It's up to you. Here, or sour cream. And by the way, if you're in the spirit, this milk doesn't have to be milk. This milk could be brandy, dark rum, or whiskey. It's a totally different vibe, but you can incorporate any flavor you want. So whatever liquid you want to use is gonna work here.
I love it.
It could even be coffee, and you would make it like more of a mocha cake. Ooh, this is looking really nice. Keep going with the powdered sugar.
Dog turd wrapped around your freaking wackadoo.
More powdered sugar, more liquid, whatever you want. And as you go, make sure you scrape the bowl down. The top is gonna be sweet and chocolatey, and the bottom is gonna be totally just pure cocoa powder and butter with salt. So you really wanna have a nice even mixture so every bite of the cake is uniform. Scrape the bowl down and remove everything from the beater because stuff collects there and it doesn't get mixed properly, especially the top. These are things I wish someone had told me when I was a little baby baker. Or maybe mom did and I didn't listen.
Baking babies?
Last third of the powdered sugar.
Freaking internet viewer.
Mix on low, add the milk. A lot of people complain that American buttercream, which this is like too sweet and it's green with how you play, but for sour cream, adding the. If you're totally set against my Swiss buttercream video, and then all my sugar is incorporated, I'm gonna add 1 teaspoon of vanilla in. It's optional, but it's always make your butters absorb. We're gonna mix this on medium for 1 minute.
That whole bowl.
Smell amazing. Middle, it doesn't matter as much because no one can see it. Pop the next layer on, just like that. Now cover with the remaining frosting. If your frosting is at all bubbly or set up, just run your mixer for 30 seconds and you can add in an extra tablespoon of cream or milk if desired. Smooth it out and work the frosting down the side. And here, you can decorate this cake however you'd like, totally up to you. You'll use every last drop of frosting from this, so do not snack too much. Just 1 spoonful is all you're allowed.
Oh.
Once covered completely, swoop to your heart's content, or you can smooth it out, top with sprinkles, chocolate chips, chopped chocolate, cacao nibs, anything you love. The nice thing about swooping frosting is you can create the illusion of abundance and like so much frosting with all that depth that you're working in, even though it's almost paper thin in spots. So you're using a proper amount of frosting. It's not excessive, but it looks so beautiful. Give your cake a slice and it's ready to enjoy.
Give it a little paper thin my ass. Paper thin my ass.
That is silky, fudgy, but it's still light. The cake is fluffy, but so moist. It's an amazing chocolate cake. So I hope you get a chance to make this recipe. And if you like this video, check out my chocolate playlist.
Regardless of the kind of essay they write.
Oh man, that looked freaking awesome. Oh. I gotta go make some cake. Oh, jeez. Lord help me. Lord help me. Let's keep making it. All it. It's gonna open it. Chocolate cake. Oh yeah, what I didn't even see. Holy crap. 5.6 million subscribers, 2.8 million views on a chocolate cake video. Well, look very good. Very good. Well, I gotta go make a cake. Alright, anybody on playback? You have a good night. Enjoy the rest of your night. I'm gonna go get diabetic. Thanks for joining me today. Bye. Bum, 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 bum.